lovelies, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me, my name is Katie. I am a digital artist and I turn my playful doodles into colourful illustrations and stationery. Where are we? We are in the last week of January. We're finally there. We all know that January is the longest month, but we're finally coming to the end of it. My third video has just gone live this morning. We're Monday morning, if I haven't said that already. And this week's video is me reflecting on my 2025 and setting goals for 2026. So if you haven't watched that and you're interested to see how last year went and what I want to get up to this year, go and have a look. But this week we need to get into it. I've just had to start by tidying up my desk because I had a journaling call last night. It was really lovely. I got a couple of spreads done in my journal and it was nice just to have a chat and catch up with them because I haven't seen them since September. But because it finished at 8, I just left everything on my desk. So I had to start by clearing that this morning so, we can go into a new week fresh and ready. So this week, basically, I have got quite a few bits to do over the next couple of months. I am somebody who sees everything I need to do, gets overwhelmed, and shuts down, basically. But I'm really, really trying to work on that. So this weekend I made like a list of everything I feel like I need to do. That's obviously part of the first quarter, but also my first in-person event is at the end of March, which is the Great Planner Getaway run by the Plans Department. And then I also have an online event at the start of that month, which is Super Seconds Festival. So I've got 2 events that month. So I have to prep A, for being in person, and B, online. So obviously they both mean like I need to do different things. Like the online one, I need to make sure I've got photos, listings, all of that jazz. In person, I plan to have my first launch of the year then as well. So obviously it all comes with lots of things I need to do. So I made a big old list of sort of everything I feel like I need to do. So I'm trying to pick a few things off the list for each week so I can try and spread it out and not get overwhelmed, but also not do what I normally do and leave it all to the last minute and then stress and work all the hours to get it done. So I've set up my planner. I've set up my planner with a list of things to do this week. I've also got an illustration to draw, and I need to set up my February planner so I can pop some dates in. So yeah, we're at the start of the week and we're going to see how far we get with everything. So grab a cuppa and let's see what we get up to.
ticked off a job. Let's actually tick it off. Tick, 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 tick. Technically a few jobs, but they were super quick ones. So I printed some date dots and day dots to put in my planner, just so I could map out February and put a couple of things that I've got in, because I hadn't put them in my planner. So I was like, right, I need to put the stickers in so I can put them in. So I used it as a moment to test the sticker sheets that I've been talking about. Hold on, I'm going to bring you closer. Okay, so these are my current sticker sheets. I don't know exactly what size they are, because when I made them, I basically just made a rectangle. Why are you going over there, camera? Come back this way. I made a rectangle on the software, made sure I could make... Where are you going? Why are you following that? That is not my face. This way. This way. This is my face. Okay. As I was saying, I made a rectangle on the software, made sure I could fit 2 on there, and just went with that size. But I've seen a lot of people sort of do more specific sizes. So I thought I'd maybe give A6 a go, but it's quite a lot smaller. And it's still the same stickers that were on here, because where I have done a coloured background on here, what I did was, so you have, hold on, let's take the sticker off. I've got my white sticker. Oh, you're probably not going to see that anyway. But then I did a white background on the background, a white circle on the background, so that if it cuts slightly off, it's still going to be white. There's going to be no purple. So because I did that, when I was moving them over to this size, I could basically just, it took up less room. I could put them closer together. I'm just not, it's just not as colourful, is it? It's not as colourful, but there are several reasons I want to do it like this. You know, one being ink. You know, it will use a lot less ink. But it's not on my list this week to work on my sticker sheet designs. I have mentioned it before, but I am obviously working on new designs, but it's not on my list this week. My job today was just to make some for me to use in my planner. So I'm gonna put these away, because that is not on the list this week, Katie. We need to try and not get overwhelmed. Oh, yeah. While I am trying to get organised for the month ahead, I've just done my spread for my scrapbook calendar from Lydia Southgate. I absolutely love it. But here is my super simple sort of Valentine's spread. And we'll be celebrating 10 years this February, which is insane. 10 years together. Crazy where the time's gone. But yeah, so I thought I'd do that, so I can obviously get my dates in there ready for the month ahead as well. just thought I'd check in because it's going to be the school run in a minute. So that is my day pretty much gone. But if I look at my procrast planner, I've got a few jobs ticked off today, which is fab. So I've set up my planner and my calendar, my wall calendar for February. I have drawn a portrait, so I've sent that off to be checked so I know whether I need to do any amendments to it. And what else is on my list? And I've also worked on a new leaflet. Yeah, so not too bad going for Monday. I'm going to go and do the school run, and then I will speak to you for you in a minute.
Hello, my lovelies. So, I think I was last with you on Monday, and I think I left you when I was sat on the sofa working on a portrait. I think we are now on Wednesday. I've just made a cuppa. I bought a light for my camera, and it does obviously make a difference if I use it. However, it's really blinding, and it's meant to. It's one that clips. I'm just going to turn that off a second because that's really blinding. It's one made for my camera. However, what I it twists. So I put it on the camera and I was like, oh well, that's fair enough if I've got the camera pointing that way, but if I've got it pointing at me, it doesn't see me. It twists. But yeah, it's mega bright. And I don't know, it might be okay on another day, but this morning I do not want that in my face. So we're just going to go with what we have been working with. So I hope that's okay for you. So yes, it's Wednesday morning. Yesterday I worked on a couple of new stickers. So I have a new sticker stand, or 2 sticker stands for my die cuts this year. And I've got a bit of space on them, so I want to make some new designs. And yesterday I created 2. One of them I sketched on Monday night and then illustrated yesterday, and I was really happy with it. I was really happy with how it came out. Oh yeah, I was going to use my microphone as well, but I forgot. Honestly, I was really happy with how it came out. The other one, I went back and checked my Procreate canvas and I started it in February last year, and I've gone back and forth to it all year. I think I've made little edits and I was never 100% sure whether I was happy with it, but I think I finally got to a point where I am happy with it 11 months later. So I was saying to my friend that I find it funny how, you know, it's just, obviously we're all our own worst critics, but some things you can create and you're happy with it straight away, and then other things you can go back and forth to. And yeah, hopefully at some point you will be happy. Obviously there are things that are still on my Procreate that are like sketched or half drawn, and I'm like, no, I don't like those. Maybe one day I will come back to them and they'll be good, but yeah, I just find it funny. So this morning I want to print them and see how they come out. So if you watched my last couple of vlogs, I can't remember which one I mentioned it in, whether it was my first one or my second one, but I was talking about, since I moved over to Mac from Windows or Microsoft, or I don't know if they're the same thing, I've had issues with my printing. So when I print from Silhouette, which is the software I use for my sticker cutting, it's fading the printouts.
And it's even, so somebody suggested I print a PDF. And I was like, okay, so I tried that and I was like, no, it's still fading. But then somebody else said print to PDF and then upload to whatever software I use. So I use Canva quite a lot. So I do my drawing in Procreate, and then I use Canva to like add text or do my layouts and stuff. So I did that. So I uploaded it to Canva, edited the settings there, like the brightness and the stuff. I then printed it. This was another design, by the way, not the two new ones. I then printed it and cut it, and it worked. So I sat last night and did this whole thing with the two new ones. So I laid them out on Silhouette, I downloaded them as PDF, I uploaded them to Canva, changed the saturation, downloaded it again, saved 2 files. So I've got a file of the PDF and a file for the Silhouette. It's a faff. It is a faff. But now I need to test print it to see if it looks how I want it to look. And yeah, I think this is what I'm going to have to do with all of my stickers and everything that I use on that software, which isn't an ideal situation. But if that's the way I'm going to get it to work, then I'm just going to have to do it. So, yes, so let's do that. Okay, so I've just test printed both of the stickers and I'm really happy with them. So that process worked. Pain in the arse having 2 files that I need to use, but it worked. I want to shout out Millie from Prints by Millie because it was her that told me about the PDF, then editing it. So thank you, because it's worked. Okay, so this is going to be quite hard to see because I do use glitter. But this is the design that I sketched on Monday night, illustrated yesterday, and yeah, I'm really happy with it. I'm really happy with it. It's so difficult as an artist or a maker because I don't want to like toot my own horn or sound big-headed, but obviously we have to like what we create, and I do like everything I create because otherwise I wouldn't put it out there. But it's obviously, I don't want to come across as like, oh yeah, this is amazing. But I'm really happy with this. I am really, really happy with this. Obviously this is going to be a die cut sticker, but I think I'm going to get this as a key ring as well. I think I'm going to get it made into a key ring as well. So this is this one. And then this is the one that I have been back and forth with over 11 months. I'm really happy with how it's come out. Really happy with it. After 11 long months, I'm happy with it. Just taken a couple of photos of them, so now I just need to edit them. But I want to say thank you to Charlie from Charlie Lane Draws, because I was watching one of her vlogs and I saw that she used notebooks to prop up her stickers when taking photos, and I thought it was such an ingenious idea. So I messaged her and I was like, would you mind if I pinch this idea? And I'm gonna pop up a picture of my new, I need to do all of my photos, so they're not like updated on my website or anything, but I took some photos recently of some of my stickers and I absolutely love them. I thought, let's have a bit of a midweek check-in. Let's see where we are with my to-do list so far this week. So I had a portrait on my list and I have done it, and it's printed and packed and ready to go. I've got another illustration to do, but I'm still waiting back to hear if the sketches were okay, so I might chase that. I set up my Feb planner, I did that on Monday, and my Feb calendar. Leaflet poster. So I did a poster, I designed a new leaflet, so I might order those today. That could be a job that I can do now. Design some stickers. I have designed 2 stickers this week, but I've sketched a few more. I've got a few sketches right now, so I'm enjoying drawing this week. I know that might sound really stupid because my business is drawing, but you know, going into January after like burnout and Christmas and everything, and I mean it doesn't have to happen after Christmas or in January, but there are times when my head has no ideas. I'm like, I don't know what to draw, I've got no inspiration. So there are times when I can go all week without drawing anything. But yeah, I've really been enjoying drawing this week. So I'm just gonna ride that wave and carry on trying to create while I have got some ideas in mind. So I'm not going to take that off just yet, even though I have designed a couple. I'm gonna try and design a few more. I also have put down to design a pattern. I haven't started that yet. I haven't got an idea in mind yet of what I want to do for that, but we'll see. And last on here was decide about washi. I think I've let time make that decision. So I don't know if I've mentioned this already, but I wanted to design some new washi tapes for my March launch. But in order to have them for mid-March, I would need to order them today, which is currently the 28th of Jan. And I have not. So I think that's going to be a no-go, because I don't think that's going to happen. So I don't think there's going to be any new washi tapes for my March launch, but there will be some more this year, just not just yet. They'll be later in the year. Maybe for stationery first, if I get in. I've applied for stationery first this year, which is in July. So maybe I can aim to have washies for July, but that's not going to be happening this month. So decide about washi. I haven't decided, but I have let time slip away and I haven't made a decision. So that is decision made. So I'm going to take that off. Going to take it off. So that is where we are, and we're halfway through the week. So we're doing okay. We're doing okay. I'll catch up with you soon. I've just realised that I'm repping the daisies today. All about the daisies. Hello, it is now Friday morning. Today I was out most of the day because I had my Small Biz Society meeting in the morning, and then me and my friend Vicky did a bit of co-working after that. Then I came home and I've been doing a lot of drawing this week, so I can't remember where I last left you. I designed I know I test printed 2 new stickers and showed you those. But yeah, I've really been drawing this week, which has been lovely. And I've been working on some like recent ideas and then some ideas that I've had for a while. So one of the stickers that I drew, I looked back and I'd sketched it and I'd like illustrated it in, I think it was February 2024. So almost 2 years ago, but I was never happy with it. So obviously I left it. But yeah, I finally drew a version of that design that I'm happy with. So this morning, with a cuppa, I am going to test print and cut those stickers. So I think, let's have a look how many I've actually got. So I've got 8 new designs to test, print and cut, and then I've done a redraw of an old design, just to update it with like, just to make it more me. But yeah, let's get going, shall we? Let's make some stickers. back. I've had a productive morning. I have got stickers in front of me. I have got, right, okay, let's start with the not the restock, the redraw. This is my self-care checklist sticker, and this was probably one of my first stickers when I started doing them, but I'll pop a picture of the old one on the screen. So yeah, the new one is just sort of more where I'm at now. And then we have some new ones which will be coming to the shop in March, which kind of feels like ages away, but I know February's a short month, so it's going to fly by. So we have got Caution, Bad Mood. I don't know if you can read it, but it says Dopamine Dresser. Obviously, because they're sparkly, it's always really hard to show on a camera. But yeah, that one says Dopamine Dresser with a little hanger there. Got my little creativity cup there. This one is one that I've had sketched for God knows how long. And yeah, finally illustrated it. This one, again, this is, I think I mentioned it earlier, I had it sketched for 2 years nearly. So that is a creative juice. And I love this. The colours, I'm really into these colours at the moment, like the yellow, orange, pink, blue. And this kind of reminded me of like an 80s like shell suit or something. So really happy with how that came out. So this one I was a bit unsure about because I feel like it's not my usual style. So it says make the damn art. And obviously I haven't used like my normal font. I've used my writing. Not my usual style, but I am happy with how it came out. Sticker Hoarders Club library card, and I actually designed this for another product that I will share in good time, but I thought why not turn it into a sticker as well. And then because I did that, I thought let's just do a library card, a book lovers club, and then I think this is my favourite. Oh, I don't know, I love them all, but this is based on my journal clip, and yeah, I love how it came out. It says Journal Junkie. Yeah, those are all test printed. I think I mentioned it the other day about the whole rigmarole about having to download PDF, upload it, edit the settings, download it again, and then basically have 2 files. So I did that all last night because I knew I wanted to get cracking with like printing them this morning. So I sat last night while we were watching the TV and did that whole thing, and they have turned out how I wanted them to, so that is a good thing. So annoyingly I've got a few seconds because even though they were all on the same settings, some of them were harder to get off the sheet, as you might have seen. So there's nothing wrong with the sticker itself, but like, I don't know if you can see, but on the back there's just like a little tear. Let me see if I can find one that's easier. Like that is I don't even know if you can see, sorry if you can't, but it's like the tiniest little tear on the back piece. Come on, focus. No focus. I don't know if you can see, I think it's like there. So it's just on the backing paper. Yeah, like that. Like it's literally just the backing paper. It's taken a little bit off of it. So there's nothing wrong with it at all. but obviously it just looks a bit messy on the back. Like that is the tiniest little tink. So I'd be interested to know whether you would class them as seconds, because there's absolutely nothing wrong. It's just literally the tiniest little like dinks in the backing paper. Yeah, very annoying, but obviously it happens. Right, I am going to, what is the time? It's 1 o'clock. I am going to put these on my shelf and yeah, see if there are any gaps still on my shelf. So they're all away on my shelf, and my shelf is full. I do have one on there which is a pumpkin, which I guess it's sort of seasonal, but people do like a pumpkin. I'm just wondering whether to obviously have that all year round on my display or fill it with another one. But it is full, which does mean if I design any more, then I need another stand. But let's not get into that right now, because otherwise I would need to fill the brand new stand. I'm going to sign off now. It is 1:10, so I'm going to make some lunch and then work on an illustration. So just a quick roundup. I ticked off my bits the other day. I've designed some stickers, so I am going to tick that off. I've not designed a pattern. It's fine. Plan and film some content. Haven't filmed any content other than this. Well, I did actually just take a video of my stickers, so, and I did a bit of planning, but I'm gonna like give that a half tick, because I have done some planning, but I think next week I'm going to try and do some filming before the kids break up for half term. So I have had a very productive week. Thank you so much if you've been with me this week while I've been designing and making you stickers. If you have made it this far, please leave me I think there's like an easel, no, a painting, like a painty person. I think there's a painting emoji. So leave me one of those below. And if you are new and you would like to follow along my journey, please do subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. Professional or what? So I'm going to leave it here. I'm going to go and have some lunch and do a bit of drawing, and I'll catch up with you in the next one.